what's going on, everybody? It is Zach here, back with another video for you guys. Got the poll video from January 28th, 2025. Today's actually the 29th. This session was yesterday. Having a nice little rest day today. And it was a chilly, rainy Texas day, just like it is today. We actually just finished, thankfully, hopefully my power doesn't go out. We've got some crazy thunderstorms rolling in right now, so it's been pretty gnarly over here, but feeling very sore, guys. It's kind of crazy, my hamstrings are still sore. Still sore from that freaking leg day on, when was that? The 26th? My goodness. Oh, look at that. It's like it knew what I was thinking. But we're actually going to be talking about this pull day because, well, actually I guess I could talk about the push day too, because damn, my triceps are still like an 8 out of 10 soreness. I cooked them. I mean, you guys saw I went to failure at least on one of those sets. So, ooh, dude, that looked like I was gonna roll my ankle right there. Sketch. Oh yeah. So let's get into the video, I guess, right, guys? Barbell calf raises here. I have been using, you guys saw, I've been using the bench as my incline for my feet. But I was looking, I've been cleaning up my garage a lot to try to make it a little more pleasant to look at. And I was like, dude, this lip right here, it's about maybe 3/4 of the depth that the legs of that bench has. So I was like, let me try this. And I actually found it's so much easier to keep my feet stable. I'm only having to maybe make one adjustment. I think there's at least one of these sets where I don't even have to make an adjustment. So really nice. But let's get into those indicators of hypertrophy. So we can talk about the push day. Yeah, so triceps still like an 8 out of 10. Chest, like a 2 or 1 out of 10. The anterior deltoids, though, are still like a 3 or a 4. But yeah, man, the triceps got smoked. And you guys know I love those tricep extensions. So that's probably what did it to me. Now, as far as the pull day musculature, biceps are still super sore. You guys are going to see it in this video, man. The myo-rep match, we'll talk about it when we get there, but my goodness, it's for real. So biceps still super sore. Lats are still sore. Biceps are like a 8 out of 10. Yeah, so my arms are just cooked. But lats are maybe like a 4 out of 10 soreness. And then upper back and mid back, so like a 2 or a 3 out of 10. So, and that makes sense actually now that I think about it. As we get into these dumbbell incline curls here, now that I think about it, that actually does track. That makes sense because I'm prioritizing the bicep curls. My upper body is the most fresh when I'm doing these, and you guys are gonna see I do them for real. So that's probably why my biceps are more sore than my back, and they're, smaller, weaker muscles, easier to thrash them. So now, as far as the performance on those calf raises, we basically matched what we got last session, and that's because I ended up getting close to like 0 RIR on that last session when we did them, because I started slowing down the reps and squeezing the bar against my body to keep, I'm trying to like compress myself to make it easier to maintain balance and stability as I'm going through the calf raises, because I mentioned it before that having a machine that like cinches you in or locks you in is way nicer, because you can really just like get stuck in and push your calves to absolute failure. And it's a little harder when you're holding some free weight in the air. So it is what it is. We gotta do what we gotta do. But I would say performance is good. The calves are like a 1 or a 2 out of 10 soreness. I will do 3 sets tomorrow. Actually, let me go ahead and write that in now. We will do the same thing we did last time here. We'll do a PM session tomorrow for the barbell calf raises, and we're going to do 3 sets. 3 times 20 to 30 at 95 pounds. We'll keep the load the same because the changes I've made to that movement have made it significantly more effective at stimulating calf hypertrophy. So looking good there. We'll keep going with that. Now, dumbbell incline curls. As we click up to that 15. Oh my God. Yeah, see, power is trying to flicker out on me here. As we click up to that 15, you guys are going to see these myo rep match sets here. Dude, these things are brutal. I ended up doing, let's see, if we count each of these myo rep sets as its own set, I ended up doing, let's see, I'll just call it not a set, but an approach to failure, because that's really what it is. I've described it before. Myo rep is essentially increasing the approaches to failure you have within a given workout. And the reason you want to do that is because as you get closer to failure, the reps become more and more stimulative. They cause more of a signal to grow the muscle. So getting close to failure is good. You don't have to go to failure. I know some people are big proponents of that, and kudos to them. I think I said in the push day video, if you're going to failure on every set, you're a bad mamma jamma, because that is very painful. So kudos to them. But if we're just looking at these as approaches to failure, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 approaches to failure. So imagine if I was going to match that with straight sets, 7 sets of bicep curls. I wouldn't even feel my arms by the end of it, and it would take 30 minutes just for the bicep curls. I mean, this already takes a long time, because these are long sets. These are like 1.5-minute sets. But you guys will see. I think what I'll do is highlight the final set here. This is the second set. We'll watch that final set together, and I'll talk about it a little bit. But one of the big cues I'm giving myself on this exercise is, it's the same cue I use for any high rep, big metabolite accumulator, which is basically fancy words for the burn that you get. That's what's happening. You're getting metabolites built up from the muscles performing their work. They have to perform metabolic functions to, get the sugars that they need and produce the ATP and all this good stuff. So there's these things build up in the local muscular areas that you're working, and that's what that burn is, along with actually, I don't remember. I might have to look that up. I can't remember if lactate, what people usually call it lactic acid, I can't remember if that is, I think that's not the burn. That's not what burns. It's the other metabolites. I'm going to write that down. I'm curious to look into that. What molecules are actually causing the quote-unquote burn? And I put it in quotes, guys, so it's serious. So you can see I'm taking my rest pause here. That's something that we're going to watch on that last set to see how long it is, because I'm so in the moment and just trying to catch my breath during these rests, these little myo rep rest pauses here, that I try not to take more than 3 deep breaths, really. So, and I tend to, this is kind of a tip. One of the things I learned from Andrew Huberman's podcast is that he had a guy on, it was all about breathing. Yeah, look at me, dude, doing a little dance there. That shit hurts, man. But yeah, the guy he had on was talking about how your body's more efficient, and the gases that you bring in breathing through your nose are better suited to oxygenate your body, essentially. Breathing through your nose oxygenates your body, thereby oxygenating and helping out your muscles more than breathing through your mouth. And so one of the things I like to do, like in these rest pauses, I'll breathe in through my nose and out through my mouth. So it'll be like a nice deep, like, you know, and then, yeah, 2 or 3 of those deep breaths. But I think I'm squirming, so I'm probably about to take a rest pause. Let's see how long it is here. Let's see. And, okay, let's see. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so that's a little longer than I would like. So I'm probably going to, yeah, one of my lamps just went out. All right, we're back. So, yeah, like I was saying, that's a little bit longer than I would like to rest on those. So I think next session, I'll go ahead and put a note in here. Less rest on those MyoRep matches, because I don't want to get to where it's like I'm actually starting to recover. I want just enough recovery to be able to go back in and get another like 3 or 4 sets. So let's actually watch a couple of these reps here and see how the actual reps look. So let us see. Nice slow reset here. This should be, I think this is the, let me see. I did 8 plus 4 plus 3 plus 3. So this is probably the first plus 3, I think. Yes. Yeah, you can see me speeding up those eccentrics. It's hard to just hold on to it when it's burning real bad like that, but I do my best. So this will be another set of 3 here. Okay, I think that rest might have been a little bit less. Let's see. Oh, yeah. So the big cue here, that it's basically like psyching myself up, is whenever it starts to really burn super bad and become painful, I'll kind of just like say to myself, like, it's just a pain signal. It's not damage. I'm not injured. It just burns real bad. Just keep going. Keep going until you get to wherever you want to be, you know, whatever RIR, or if I'm going all the way to failure, then that's what I'll do. But just a pain signal. It's hard to live your life that way and actually just keep pushing through. Of course, certain things are way too painful for that, but when it comes to this, you know, it's weightlifting burn. It's not going to kill me, so I try to remind myself that. And then I'm a weirdo science nerd, so I usually think about like the actual muscle and what's happening inside of it, and that kind of serves as a little bit of a distraction from the pain. So that's kind of what I like to do. But we're moving on over here to pull-ups. And these, oh yeah, so performance-wise on those incline curls, let's see here. Ooh, yeah, I forgot about that. So the previous session on the 24th, January 24, I got 15, 11, and 10, and then of course the MyoRep matches onto that. And then this time we did 17, 11, and 8. So for sure when I started that third set, I was more fatigued than I was on that previous session because my performance went down. But it doesn't matter because I'm using the intensity technique to make up for the fewer reps by just keeping the stimulus going. You know what I mean? I do those 8 reps, it's burning already, rest for a couple seconds, get a little bit of recovery, boom, hit it for another 4 reps, burning really bad again, another 3, and that's the whole idea there. So happy about those incline curls, and my biceps are definitely feeling them. So moving, oh yeah, there we go. Yes, yeah, I went to failure multiple times because I'm doing the long length partials here. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to do on those curls for the 0 RIR week. If I want to just go straight sets and then just go to failure on every single one of them, I think I might do that. Maybe I'll do that on the first one, and if I don't get that sore, then I'll do my rep match on the subsequent pull session. I think that's what I'm going to do, actually. So, pull-ups. What are we looking at here for pull-ups? I'm still trying to slow down the eccentric, and especially the, I guess like the reversal part of it, where I get to the top of the bar. When I start to go down, I noticed watching the footage that I was like, those first few inches, I was dropping super quick. It was like, I would like get my nose to the bar, and then it'd be really fast, and then I would slow down on the stretch. But now, I am starting the eccentric sooner, rather than like letting out tension for a little bit, for a couple inches of movement, and then getting back on it. I'm trying to keep it going the entire time. It's not easy to do because it's very uncomfortable, but I think that's the idea. That's probably why a lot of folks don't grow very well, because they're not getting anywhere close enough to where you need to get, fatigue wise and local musculature hypertrophy stimulus wise. They're not getting close enough to failure to cause robust growth. And so I think it's happened to me before too. Of course, there's been, I would say, when I was lifting a lot in the Marine Corps, I probably rarely got lower than 3 RIR. So, I know how it is, you know what I mean? I've done the same thing, so. Moving on over here to those barbell deficit flexion rows. They're finally feeling dialed in. My rear isn't pushing back too far. I'm feeling a little tension in the hamstrings, but that might just be because my hamstrings are constantly sore from the straight leg deadlifts. So, but definitely getting huge rounding in the back here. And that's what I like. I want to get that gnarly stretch on the way down, and then a nice like strong pull on the way up is what I'm going for. So my entire back is getting pumped by the end of it, so I am happy with that. Now, performance wise on these, first set I got 19 reps, and then the second set was 16, which 19 is up from 18 the prior session, so that tracks. And then 16 I matched what I got before, so a little bit of give and take there. I might have been able to push another rep out, but these flexion rows, I'm really hesitant to like go insano style on them because of the rounding and the fact that it involves my hamstrings. And then it's, whenever you crunch down like this, it's kind of hard to breathe at the bottom. Like everything's kind of compacted together. I don't want to pop a freaking hernia or something like that. So, I take it a little bit more moderately on these, but still pushing pretty hard. And I think my next, I think I will probably put a back movement at the beginning of my sessions on when I start my cutting cycle, start that new macrocycle for the cut. I'll probably put a back exercise at the beginning because, I want to give the back some love. Biceps have been getting all the attention, and especially now that I won't be eating enough calories to grow muscle, at least not any like substantial amount. Prioritizing the biceps doesn't really make sense because they're going to get fatigued, and then it's going to affect my performance on the back stuff. But when you're cutting, your priority is not to build muscle. You're still stimulating hypertrophy, but not much hypertrophy is going to take place. What you're really doing is telling your body, hey, this dude is insane, and he's still doing this shit that hurts really bad and is causing all this muscular adaptation. So don't get rid of any muscle. Hey, there's some fat down the hall. Go down there, grab that, get rid of that, dude. Throw that overboard. That's the whole idea. You want to keep your muscle, lose your fat. That's the whole point of a cut. So prioritizing those big movements at the beginning may or may not be a good idea. We'll see. I'll try to remember to make a video to show you guys me making my next macrocycle, to give you an idea of kind of what goes into it, what I'm thinking, why I'm doing what I'm doing. So that is in the future there. So yeah, great pull day. Biceps are still sore, lats are still sore. That's big for me. And I just want to mention, I feel like an animal right now. Like, this is probably the most muscular I've ever been in my life. Being like 190 pounds, but still being able to see my abs a bit. That's crazy, man. Like, I'm very happy about it. It looks like that's the end of the video. So I'm going to head out, and I hope you all have a good one.